I recorded this video and all the videos that I've clipped together here on Thanksgiving, November 24th, 2022. Today was another one of my workouts. Before I warmed up, I thought, let's have some fun. So I went and juggled some 3-pound balls. I used to do joggling in the past, which is where I would just run around a track while juggling normal balls. Problem with that is the sun gets in your eyes and then you can't see and you drop the balls. But it's fun if you like attention. Anyway, I did this out of the way so no one in the gym could see me because I didn't really feel like drawing everyone's attention that day. And this was a nice way to kind of get pumped up for my pre-warm-up. It's my first time doing this, but I might do it again because I like to have fun and working out should be fun. So after I juggled for a few minutes, I got on the rower. The rower is my favorite way to warm up for my workouts because it's quick and it activates almost every muscle in your body. Gets your back and your muscles, your arms, your shoulders, your legs, gets your heart pumping. I think it really fits the description of a warm-up. I used to go on the rower for longer, like 15 minutes or even 30 minutes before my workouts. But now my opinion has changed. I think that's too much time to be spending for a warm-up, and it's just bordering on cardio. And I like to finish my workouts with cardio at the end. So recently I've changed things up, and now I just go about 5 minutes on the rower. And that's my warm-up, and I feel great when I go into my lifting from doing 5 minutes on the rower. And also when I do 5 minutes on the rower, it's at a much higher intensity than when I try to do 15 minutes on the rower. So it really fits the bill of a warm-up, really gets me activated and going. And it's not some excuse for cardio. Now today was the deadlift day. So here I am doing one of my 5x3 sets of deadlifts. So I do 5 sets of 3 reps of deadlifts. Now in reality, the 5th set of deadlifts is an AMRAP set, which stands for as many reps as possible, which means I'll usually go for 5 reps if I can help it, and possibly more. This video now is the next set. It's set number 5, which is the AMRAP set. And I'm gonna go for 5 repetitions in this set. So basically, once I clear the first 3 repetitions, I've done a similar amount of work to the first 4 sets of 3. And then I'm gonna try to get 2 more sets in. And you can really see the pausing that I'm holding between sets because it gets hard. I also like deadlifts because they really activate all the muscles in my body. You can see from the video that that's what happened. After my T1 deadlifts, which is a 5x3 set of deadlifts, I do a T2 set of overhead press. When I do T1 overhead press, I'll use a barbell, and I've got that up to 100 pounds now. But for T2 overhead press, I use dumbbells. It's an alternate movement. And because it's a lower amount of weight, I can use the dumbbells, which is good because when you're using dumbbells, you use stabilizer muscles, which gives you a more well-rounded strength. And here I am doing my 2nd or maybe 3rd, I don't know, set of overhead press. It's the same set. I'm just doing another set of 10. I'll do 3 sets of 10, so 30 reps. I probably ought to move the weight up on these soon, but jumping from 80 pounds to 90 pounds sounds kind of rough because we only have 40 and 45 pound dumbbells respectively in the gym. So I might wait till I can overhead press 105 pounds with the barbell before I move up to 90 pounds with the dumbbells. I wanted to use some extra time in the gym today, so I threw in some glute bridges, otherwise known as hip thrusts. I talked to one of the women who has one of the most well-developed gluteus maximi in the gym, and she told me this is how she does her glute bridges. She'll do 1 rep and then hold it for 1 second at the top. Then she'll do 2 reps and hold it for 2 seconds at the top. Then she'll do 3 reps and then hold it for 3 seconds at the top, and so on, all the way to 10. But that's too much for me because I'm a little wussy-wuss. for the moment when it comes to glutes. So I'm just going to 5. So 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4, 4, and then 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. And this really gets my glutes to burn. So in the video here, pay special attention to my feet. You'll notice I'm lifting the toes off the ground and I'm just on the heels. And that's because this is just a really hard exercise. I don't know if that's proper form. This is just really tough to do for me. I'm sure I'll get better at it the more I do it. Also, I don't know how much that bar weighs. We just got this equipment in the gym. I'm just gonna pretend it weighs 0 pounds. So let's say I'm just doing glute bridges of 90 pounds because it's 2 45-pound plates. Glute bridges are great, by the way, because they build up your glutes, which are good for fighting diabetes and running up hills. Both things I would like to do. I wanted to get even more volume in on my overhead press, so after doing the T2 overhead press with the dumbbells, I went over to the cable machine. The cable machine, I don't really know what it's doing differently than the dumbbells. It's a different piece of equipment, so naturally you're going to get a different stimulus. I'm sure there's differences between the cable machine and the dumbbell. I'm not an exercise expert, so I don't know what they are. I just think it's fun to mix things up. You know, instead of doing a second set of overhead press with dumbbells, or rather a second round of sets with dumbbells, I like to do sometimes a second round of sets with the cable machine, just because it keeps things different and from getting stale. It keeps the workout from feeling monotonous, and it's a nice way to add in extra volume while thinking that I'm getting a different stimulus, because you grow from different kinds of stimulus. You don't want the same stimulus all the time. Your body will become resistant to the same kind of stimulus if you just do that stimulus. So even though the dumbbell and the cable are being used for overhead press, I like to think that because they're different machines or pieces of equipment, it's a different stimulus, and so it'll help me grow more. I'm pretty sure that's correct, but I'm not 100% sure on that. And then these are just, I think they're called lat raises. They're for your back. So I like to get these in as well as accessory exercises. All right, this was my highlight of the workout. I really like doing this exercise for my triceps. I don't know what it's called. Probably something like cable tricep pushdowns. I've always had trouble targeting my triceps with exercises, and for me, this exercise so far is my favorite one for hitting the triceps. I just get on my knees and I pull that cable down. Now, the thing that I did differently today was I didn't stop at 15 reps. I went to 20, and then when I got so tired that I felt like I couldn't do another rep, I just paused and rested for a few seconds, and then I tried to do some more. And then I felt like I got such a good pump at the end of this workout that I went to one of my forums, which has lots of weightlifters, and I asked them, hey guys, do you do pauses between repetitions in the same set? And they said that I basically discovered myo reps or drop sets. This is not a drop set, or rest pause. So that's cool. I reinvented the wheel, I guess. But either way, this gave me a bigger tricep pump than I've felt in years. My arms at the end of this workout were bulging in my sleeves bigger than I think they ever have. And that was because of what you're seeing right now. See, I rested, and then I got another rep in. I think I'm gonna go for some more. Yep, so I'm just getting ready. It's really hard, and there I go. So awesome. I don't think I went to failure, because on the next set, which I did not record, I actually went to 40 repetitions, and it was even nastier than this. So after doing the tricep pushdowns, I like to do face pulls. These are just a nice accessory exercise. What I'm gonna start doing is I'm gonna start doing those kettlebell lat raises or pull-ups or whatever that I was doing with the cable overhead press. I'm going to be doing those kettlebell raises immediately after doing these cable face pulls. And this is actually a technique that I've seen some people talk about in my fitness circles. They say the idea is that you pre-exhaust the muscles with one exercise, and then you do another exercise immediately afterwards that targets the same muscles generally. And because you pre-exhausted the muscles with the first exercise, it makes the second exercise hit a lot harder. And when I first heard them talk about that, I thought it sounded silly and I didn't try to do it. I just, one day when I didn't have enough time for a workout, I did a massive superset where I did my push downs, my face pulls, and my bicep curls, and my kettlebell lat raises, or pull-ups, or whatever you want to call them. I did it in a massive superset of 4 exercises. And that was when I noticed that the kettlebell lat raises, or whatever they're called, hit me way harder than they ever have. And then I realized, hey, it's that pre-activation thing that I dismissed. So that's something I'm going to be changing in my routine. At the end of every workout, if I have time, which is almost all the time, I'll do some cardio. Sometimes I just walk. Most of the time these days I like to run and I read. So I'll get my iPad out and I'll read books while I'm running. I usually run for an hour. Sometimes I run for an hour and a half. Depends on how I'm feeling. So I've been following this linear progression program called GZCLP for, 50 or 60 workouts in a row now. It's been a few months. My lifts have basically doubled and all of my muscles are bigger and I've put on weight in the right places. I'm going to make a lot more gains and I'm really enjoying the gym.